And a very warm welcome if you've just joined me on my channel, Nigel's Beyond Things. How you doing? How you keeping? I hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. I've got a thermal camera and I've used this in the past. It's a Seek Thermal Pro. I'll leave the links in the description box down below so it's nice and simple for everybody to find if you're interested in the specifications and all the other little bits and pieces. It produces a picture because everything has its own heat signature, or many different heat signatures, and it transfers that into a picture that we can understand. We will not get camera abnormalities on this. It's just an impossibility. We will not get lens flares on this. It's just an impossibility. As you can see, it produces different spectrums that we can look at, so it makes it easier to see what we're looking at. Even after telling my dog not to lay on the settee, and you can see that she's not there, you can see her thermal imprint. The beauty of thermal cameras. Such a naughty girl. Don't get on the settee, I told her. And where is she? At any rate, it makes no difference. What I'm going to show you is something extremely strange and makes no sense at all. We're told the moon is 230,000 miles away, approximately 250,000 miles. Well, that's what they tell us, and if you look up the information about the moon, it tells us it's about 200 degrees in the sunshine. Now, if I point my camera, my thermal camera, at the moon, I don't expect to get any heat back. In fact, I find that quite impossible. Now, if I point it at the sun, and I have done it and I've made a video about that, and links in the description box down below so it's nice and simple for everybody to find. And I've shown that there is a lens around the sun. But hey, there's no technology in our sky. There's nothing that they're hiding. Of course there's not. But when I point my thermal camera at the sun, I expect to get a result because of how hot it is. The filter we're going to be using on the thermal camera itself, not what I'm using, the thermal camera uses, is called black. Up the top you can see a gradient bar. Minimum temperature, maximum temperature, that's on the screen. As you can see, there's different shades, and the lighter the colour, the cooler it is, the darker the colour, the warmer it is. In the centre you can see crosshairs, and whatever in the centre of those crosshairs is the temperature we're looking at. I'm outside with my thermal camera and I've got a bit of a problem I need to show you, but the only way I can show you is record it with my phone, so please excuse the quality. And let's move that over there. Look, right in the centre there, it gives us exactly what our temperature is. Okay, 46 degrees, 0. And you can see when we get near the moon, the temperature goes up. -39 degrees. If we move it up here, -38. If we move it down there, it's -38. If we move it over there, it's -38. When we get near the moon, it changes. 37 degrees, 10 degrees, -8, 23 degrees. And that should happen because we got 45 degrees. I'm sitting here in the car. Let's just have a quick look. There you can see the interior of the car is 32 degrees, 41 degrees, 32 degrees. So we're looking at the moon. -38 degrees minus, and 46 degrees. Is that at all possible? You can see the moon reflecting off. It's a bit windy, but what I'm trying to say is you can see the moon reflecting off the roof. The filter we're going to use is called Spectra. It puts things into context, so it makes it easier for us to understand and see what's hot and what's cold. As you can see, the bar at the top tells us exactly how warm and cold things are. To the left is cold, to the right is hot. If we're looking at the moon, it should be one colour because it's a constant temperature. We know this. It doesn't fluctuate, it doesn't vary. For there to be something else on a thermal camera, it must mean it's there in the first place. It's impossible for a thermal camera to put something in that's not there. It works on heat. So if we're seeing something else, that means that there is something there. Fact. This is where things start to get extremely strange. I'm actually sitting in the car at the moment, and you can see how hot and warm the car is. There's a bar up the top there that gives you indicators of what we're looking at. In the centre there's crosshairs, and that tells us exactly what the temperature is. But I do have a problem. I'm going to show you what the problem is. It's this. There is our moon, right there in front of us. And if we look around the sky, it's minus 38 degrees, minus 40 degrees. As we get down to the horizon, it's minus 31 degrees. The clouds are coming in, so I'm going to need to be quite quick. But look at the temperature of our moon. Yep, okay. The filter we're using on the Thermal Pro is called Spectra. Just basically like high or low. What we're going to do is now zoom the moon in. As you can see, it was about 3.6 zoom level, I think. And we're getting those temperatures off our moon. And if we look at the moon, we can see it spinning. How is that at all possible? That is not at all possible. The only way that's possible if there's a lens in front of it. But it can't be. There's no such technology, is there? Not that I've shown it many times. And there you go. There's the moon. Right in front of you. And that's the same thing we're looking on the thermal camera at. Focus. And if the camera actually focuses on this, we'll be doing really amazing. That'll make it work, Nigel. There you go. Don't you hate it when you get a low battery? As you heard, my battery was just about to die, so I had to stop the video and plug it in. Technology at its best. Don't you just love it? And the reason that's doing what it's doing now is because the clouds are coming over. And there you go, you can see it actually spinning. Look at the temperature start getting hotter. Wow, look at that. As the clouds start to dissipate a little bit, it gets brighter and brighter, starting to spin. The temperature starts coming up. Tell me that makes sense to anybody. The only way this can happen, you can see it, it's got to have technology in front of it. Come on, people. Really? we know it's not a hologram because holograms do not produce heat. Well, not that I know of anyway. Most amazing. That's all I've got to say. And we've got clouds in front of the moon. You can just about see them. Now, debunk that. That's all I've got to say to you. Debunk that. But there's no technology in our sky, in whatsoever, is there? That is just impossible. Minus 36, minus 36, minus 35. (25, 30, 32). That is just not possible. Come on. And they're saying there's nothing wrong. For me, what we've just seen I find impossible. It means that there's something in place. But hey, I'm sure somebody is going to tell me differently. That's all I've got for you now. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time.